Hey and welcome. Today I am going to talk about one of my favorite plugins because it makes my life so much easier, and I've used it myself for years, a couple of years at least, I think, and it has sort of evolved to make the task or what it does even easier to do. And I thought maybe other people want to use it too, because I'm pretty stoked about it. I like it a lot. I use it a lot. Uh, the idea is when you have like staff members or students or coworkers or stuff like that. You have a lot of people on your site. You often have like about us or the company, and you list the CEO and the CTO and the tech team and the support team or whatever. And it's often just a page. So you're like, I have to change his phone number because he changed his phone number, and you have to find that and you change it, and you have to remove like one of the people, and it doesn't fit with the grid, and you have to copy and paste stuff to move it around, um, and it can be sort of a hassle to do it. And if you yeah, so I have made a plugin to get rid of that, and it sometimes it is in Thames and like the frameworks. You have that functionality, but if you want to change the theme or the framework, you don't have that anymore. So this is a standalone plugin to do that. So the plan is to, as I'm making the page for like displaying all the short codes and how to show the dudes on the page, I'm gonna do it in the same way as I'm doing it. I already have like a bunch of dudes here, and they have some in some categories, and oh, I want to add someone to maybe this. Boom. Because I use the suite category a lot to display them, and there can be 6 in a row. So these are basically the same as posts or pages with some contact info added. Standard or default is a title, business title, an email, a phone, and an URL, and I have with a filter added 2 rows for Facebook and Instagram too. I will show you how to do that later. And there's an extra info on, there is a dudes page called homies now, but I will show you that too. Dudes page that you can, like the singles page in a post or page. And you can add more info there. And you can pick up image, and there are categories called dude types because dude types sounds cooler than categories. Doo-doo. So yeah, that's dudes. And when you have added all the dudes, or you can like don't have to add them all, you can add one just to test. You find the dudes settings that oddly enough doesn't have any settings just yet. It's more how to use it. You have the create shortcode part that you, since shortcodes are often, they look like this. Dudes, and you have to have like, oh yeah, I probably want some circle, and it should be ordered in, and it's just it's hard to understand, or you have almost have to be the guy who programmed the short code to understand what it means. But so I made this generator to make it easier. And we have like big, and I realized that if you can't see the drop down here, you can just see that I changed them. So I gotta try to change them a lot. This is the one I use most of the time. Let's see if we have any. Can get some more. Offset a bit. Oh yeah, we take the suite category. Boom. And we offset nothing. Limited to 4. Well, then you have the profile, and there's portrait is just a big block with an image. Presentation is sort of the same, but with text. And circles, I like circles, so you have those. And these are actually 6 of them, but circle 2 is bigger, so it's suitable for if you want to have 4. And a list is a big blocky list. It's this is the full content. So if you want everything on one page and you want to show everything about, well, you can click to page 2. But, you can, let's see. Yeah, you can remove that too if you don't want it to be click to get to the page. And of course you can hide the excerpt, even though it's not an excerpt in this case, and you can hide the contact info if you want to. And the titles, yeah, same thing. You can hide it if you want to, and you can not. And limit and offset is pretty common if you want the first 2, maybe the last employees hired or whatever. You can have those 2 in like this big bulky thing, and then you change to like the 2 after that to something else, so you can like build up the page with different types of layouts if you want to. It's pretty common with WordPress posts, so I think you might know how to use them. There, and you can have a specific dude's ID, which is the ID of the post. So if you want to show Daniel Dooley, you can see it up here, or you can just hover in the one before. So you can like do this, and it's gonna be Daniel Dooley. Which is usable if you have it on a page like on the bottom after like an article, or if you have a course and he's responsible for the course or something, you can have just a box with that person. If you want to, it's also comma separated, so you can have like multiple if you want separate. Boom. The dude type is just category as explained earlier. And the image CSS class is this. If you hover, it zooms. It's just a bunch of CSS. Is it really called transitions? I call it transitions now. Is it translate, transform, right? Anyways, it's not that hard to make your own, and if you can just look in the CSS code to figure out how I have done it, and you can pick other ones if you want to. But this is like some sort of spinny zoom thing. Cool. It was so big, it was scary. And to the transition, okay, grayscale. I like this one. I use this a lot because I think it's pretty. It's almost black and white, but only almost. Sees a little bit of color. And when you hover, it fades in and out. Fades in fast and fades out. Oh, if you take like a small one, let's take a circle. Oh yeah, limit 6. It's sort of a Larson scanner. See? It fades in fast and then fades out. I think it's cool anyway. So that's shortcode, and then you just take the shortcode. Boom, and you go into, I use Elementor for a lot of the things I do. Boom, and maybe you want this, and you pick the shortcode, which is called kortkod in Swedish. So boom, boom, and boom, there they are. And this isn't very pretty, right? So maybe if we just take 4 of them and we take the circle 2. I think I want just, let's do something else. Boom, boom. I want this profile that I use a lot. That, and I only want, no, I want in admin there's only one if you don't choose multiple, and it's not in the out in the real world on the page. So now you get all 6 of them. Boom, and we can call we can do like a header there. We call them the tech team. That sounds great. Well, maybe someone who is a great designer should design this. And maybe you want like the CEO and CTO or what, maybe they want to have like big things like this, and they want to something to zoom so they look even bigger. And I'm like, I'm huge, I'm the biggest asset of this company, and I don't know, all to what I don't even that too. Well, oh, they don't even have the phone numbers and stuff because I haven't added them. But let's add them, and since it's the tech team that adds them, they will probably wind up under the tech team. So they like, we might be big in this image, but we're below the tech team. Oh, we can't be as cool as them ever. And then they're sad, so the tech team writes important people. Right? Boom. And so that's pretty. And we could do some, oh yeah, this is cool. I like to build circles. It has 2 circles, and we have 4 of them, and we take the sweet team, but we don't want the excerpt or the contact. We just want the names, maybe. Dudes, Elementor, and we add a new shortcode. Boom. And because it's Elementor, it works in everything. Since it's shortcode, you can use like Themify or the Gutenberg or more or less anywhere, or widgets or something. Since it's shortcodes are works everywhere in WordPress. They can be squished together if you use 4 of them in a widget, but yeah, use some other style then. So yeah, since it's this is theme WordPress, no Elementor, you can do stuff like something like this, and you want a background, maybe. This is me freestyling. Yeah, this looks like pretty. It's a sunset and stuff. Oh yeah, this looks like a page from the 90s. Can I center? I don't know. And I think, let's see. Oh yeah, wait. This is a short code, and short codes you can have the bouncing in. Bow. Yeah, this doesn't make it less 90s. Maybe we should rotate it a bit. Alright. Looks like a TV show from the 90s, like Friends, but with not as big of a budget, maybe. Boom, and there you have your dudes page. Boom, 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 boom. Cool. And while on this page, I think I talked about it a bit earlier. I wanted it to be really easy to style, since the people I work with almost always are designers and know how to use WordPress and plugins and stuff. So they often know style sheets, so they can edit either the style sheet file in the theme or in the customizer or something to get a look they want. So I have made it both. It's not gonna break that easily. It's made with flex boxes, so it might be squished together, but they almost always works without. If you add padding or margin or stuff like that, borders, a lot of time things just wind up weird. And so I had tried to prevent this as far as possible, so you easily can just style things. And this block was called the profile, right? So it's called SNDude wrap profile here, and this was called the big wrap big. So it's called something big, and these were a circle 2. So the classes are all there, so you can get to the specific object. And since this is the half block, this is the block with one dude, you will probably add it to your style sheet, something like this. And you want a background, maybe that is green because it's Christmas. I don't know, maybe it should be red. That wasn't very pretty. Let's do something like very light gray, and border with 1 pixel, solid black, maybe. Somewhat weird. Padding 10, maybe. See, when you pick the type of layout in this look thing, you can just pick something that is pretty close, and then you can style it. And since it's flex boxes, you could do something like, let's see, list right, this one, right, half block. You could have a row direction. Isn't it like row reverse? Yeah, you can just flip them around if you want to. So it's pretty easy to style and make it fit even better with the page. It isn't very much to this now, like colors or bold or anything. This is the H3 header, I think, H4. So that's picked from the theme, but it's said like this is just a paragraph, and there's no styling in that fashion or manner. So it's it's easy to use and supposed to fit with the theme. Oh yeah, and since it's its own post type, you can also use this. It's almost always called grid, I think. Void post grid. This one I think works because I tried it before. Select post type. You can select dude instead of posts, so you can use that kind of stuff. This was big. Pagination, post per page, and many. I will only have 2. No, let's take 3. 3, and I'm not sure how to use this. Yeah, see, 3. Oh, there's a paginator too. Well, so you can use just common post stuff. That the ones, and most of them you can in like Elementor at least. You can instead of using post, you can use any post type, which is cool. Elementor grid people. Yes. And what more? Oh yeah, let's see. There is one template that works like templates often do. You just put them in a folder called Snillrick Dudes, and name it single dude. There is a template in the plugin folder that you can look at and copy, which is the, let's see, the dude of the dudist. Pow, this page. So you can, if you want, change them around, remove the image, have the contact info somewhere else, blah, 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 if you want to move it around. There is a template for it. So you can just use that. Put it there. Boom. And there's a filter for rewriting the dude URL, because while dude, I've renamed it from dude to homies, like this. So maybe you want like co-workers or staff or people or whatever. Here instead, you can just change that, and with the magic of WordPress, things will work. So you just do the filter function that returns a name, a string. Cool. And there's a filter for, I have to read this, I'm remembering because it was a couple of months I made this. For other that this can be text. Oh yeah, if the ones in the fields for the contact fields, like I added Facebook and Instagram, you can do that here, and this can be a text string. I'm not even sure why I have translated it. Maybe I used it, whatever. So it can be like I F A, the class FA hyphen Facebook or whatever it is in Fonts Awesome. Or it can be like just the text with Facebook, and it will show text. I have any, oh yeah, here, Facebook. I made tiny icons that way, but it can be just a text too. So, and this is done by that, and it's called an icon, but it can be, oh, I haven't written this here, right? I have not. It's it can be like a text URL, email, phone, or tell to, like the type. But it's supposed to be there. Maybe I have done it, just haven't updated it on the live site. Yeah, that's useful, and you can just replace it too. Now it's the list of fields is the in parameter, and I'm just adding to it, but you can totally replace it and have other contact infos there instead. And filter dude contact info. Have to read again. Oh yeah, it's to style this on the main page. Better click my way there. Boom. This to style this, if you want it another way, you just can use the, where did it go? Oh no! There. You get the contact string is the string itself, and the array with job title, phone, and yeah, whatever is in this array list of fields. So if you add that, or if you use the ones that are there, you can just make it in a pretty way and just return a string with HTML. And this is the exact same thing, but for the page before this page, so this part. So you can style that with a HTML block of code or something. So that's the filters. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. And I have this long and very well planned outro, which is, okay, use my funny plugin. Goodbye.